Hey, what's up, social media family? Hope everybody's having a really, really good day. Early this morning, the Lord woke me up about 4:30, just like yesterday. I got up at 4, the Lord woke me up. This morning, the Lord woke me up at 4:30, and I heard this so plain and so clear. Biblical transformation. I said, all right. But the Lord said, get up. So I got up, went and sat in my prayer chair, started praying, and the Lord started speaking to me. Now, this word biblical transformation is a powerful word that you are about to see in a few different dynamics, okay? You are going to see biblical transformation in the lives of so many people, not just ministers. Yeah, there's a lot of preachers out there that need biblical transformation. There's also a lot of churches that are about to get biblical transformation. Example, I had a younger guy come to me one time and was just talking to me, and he said, man, our church is growing like crazy. I said, I see. He said, man, I got new visitors every week. I said, I see. And he kept telling me all these things that are happening. And I said, okay. And he looked at me and said, our church isn't biblical. I said, I know. He said, but I feel the Lord is calling me back to biblical Christianity. But I just can't do that because I would lose all the people. And I said, oh, I know. You got a decision to make. I mean, it's a pretty simple one in my opinion. Had another young guy come talk to me, and he's younger than me, and he said, hey, man, our church is huge. I said, I know. He said, it's growing by leaps and bounds. I said, I know. He said, and after we leave church every Sunday, we're empty inside. We're frustrated. We're pumping out a lot of services, but our church isn't biblical. I said, I know. He said, our staff's not biblical. I said, I know. And he said, what do we got to do? I said, if you just told me your staff's not biblical, you're not biblical, your church isn't biblical, why don't you just read the word and do what the word says? And he laughed and he said, man, Joe, you got a little bitty church. I said, I do. And he said, all y'all do is have prayer meetings. I said, you're right. And he said, but everybody in your church is always happy. I said, yeah. He said, everybody in your church is always full of joy, smiling. They carry a power and presence of God. I'm like, yeah. Biblical. You're about to see a lot of businesses get biblical. You're going to see companies, organizations, corporations get biblical. People that are not flowing in a biblical way, they will only grow so long, and they can only go so far. I don't care who they are and how big they are. There was a friend of mine in a very, very, very big company. They are a household name. They are very well known. You've seen their commercials. You probably had a lot of their products. They are literally going bankrupt. They're in the middle of bankruptcy right now. It was a multi-billion-dollar company, not million, billion-dollar company, going bankrupt. I'm telling you, where God is leading, people have to follow. There is a biblical transformation. God is raising up so many people in the nations of the world. He's raising up preachers. Yeah, we need biblical preachers in churches, ministers, people in the medical field, people in the school system, people in the political arena. He's raising them up everywhere, in warehouses, in restaurants. He's raising up biblical people. I have never in my life been to more department stores, restaurants, hardware stores, and that when I'm leaving, the cashier says, sir, you have a blessed day. God bless you. Just something, They probably can't witness where they work, but I mean, everywhere I go, people are just like encouraging all of the customers coming in. Things are getting biblical. You're going to see marriages get biblical. You're going to see parenting get biblical. You're going to see people investing financially, biblically. You're going to see people thrive and prosper in life. When people live biblically, they're not going to live in fear. They're not going to live in offense. They're not going to live offended at people. They're not going to have stress and anxiety. They're going to get biblical. You're about to see biblical transformation happen in so many areas. You're going to see things, whatever kind of news outlet you watch, you're going to start seeing some things change. You're going to see some pretty neat stuff in the near future. So, just want to encourage you today. Things are getting biblical out there. People need Jesus, and they need the kingdom of God. Remember, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. It's time that the kingdom comes to earth. Okay? This is a great season to be alive. I spent a lot of time this morning in prayer with the Lord, and He just really started encouraging me on this. And so, really excited about what the Lord is doing. You're a major part of it. And just get ready. We're about to get biblical up in here. Okay, I sure love you guys. Hope y'all have a super, super blessed day.